Hello! So this week's video is on cellular communication. It's a topic that I think is so fascinating. Basically, we know every system holistically in the body communicates to every other. The body is this selfless, amazing creation. It literally has the ability to, sacrifice and help each other out. So when symptoms occur that you don't like or that you didn't used to have, it's a great time to put that detective hat on and start thinking about, okay, what is the body trying to tell me, and how can I backtrack and look at my lifestyle and my ability to improve the nutrition and the elimination of toxic waste so the cells are able to do their job. So cells in our skin communicate. So if you think the top 5 layers are as thin as this piece of paper, not very thick. So that's called your epidermal structure. And then you have the dermis just underneath, which is 2 layers, but all the living tissues in the dermis. Now each layer from the dermis, the cells divide. So the skin is constantly dividing, and as it's dividing, it's removing its life force, and then it's simply sloughing off the top. Now, we want to make sure that when those cells divide, they're packed full of antioxidants. So they divide as a healthy skin cell, which means your skin will be hydrated and glowing and will age well. And we won't see a lot of abnormalities, which is unfortunately super common today, because the average person I see is not Aboriginal in Australia, which means in my clientele, usually I'm dealing with Anglo-Saxon skins, which means that the hereditary is for Europe and parts of the world where they don't have as much light damage. And then we're dealing with the fact we've got so much more other nasties from free radical exposure from artificial lights and pollutions and things like this. So it stands to reason that every cell in the body is related to every other one. And in a healthy, normal skin, they can all speak to each other. So they talk, exchange information, and maintain homeostasis. The tendency of organisms to auto-regulate and maintain their internal environment in a stable state. Right, so what we've learned in the last 100 years of research with our skin, the biggest one is that enough vitamin A in cell storage ensures a constant momentum for cells to specialize better. Okay, so if the base layer, when you're born, the dermis cells that divide at the root, this is where it's living and functioning, and in here is the DNA, it needs a lot of vitamin A, and particularly the storage S's of vitamin A, to divide in a healthy state. Each skin cell is specialized. So we've got pigment cells that make our skin protect it from the sun. They create a tan when they are exposed to light. We've got cells called Langerhans cells, which are part of our natural immune system in our skin. We have all these different specialized cells, and when you have a vitamin A rich skin, the skin will be able to specialize and send those guys to where they need to go to maintain homeostasis, which means whatever your environment is. So much of the damage in cells is caused by an excess of free radical molecules or atoms, which can be basically free radicals. Unfortunately, oxygen is full of it. We take a bite of an apple, it goes brown, free radicals aging the apple. The same thing happens on a daily basis. So we all have slightly different environments, and we have a different history of exposure to these environments, so that'll all dictate on where the cells are. So we want to work very hard on antioxidants. So antioxidants mop up free radical damage, particularly antioxidants like vitamin A, C, and E. And then we want to also look at resveratrol, beta carotene, so I internally take them. So these are all really good antioxidants. Vitamin C is an indispensable cell instruction for maintenance of connective tissue and pigment formation. So vitamin C is a really big deal when it comes to normalizing the cell's ability to produce healthy pigment, opposed to abnormal, where we get the pigment cells misfiring. leading to blocks of pigment or unnatural pigmentation on the skin. Good general health with balanced gender hormones, positive metabolic balance, and the absence of persistent inflammation of any kind in the body are of invaluable assistance to ensure effective and healthy cell communication. So this is where we want to definitely look at our skin, what we're applying to it, but we also want to always ask, how's my gut going? How's my liver going? What's my food like? Am I sleeping 8 hours a night? Am I drinking water between my meals? What's my mindset at? Am I very present, or am I really focusing on the past or the future? Holistically, we always want to look at lifestyle as well as topical ingredients and making sure our internal bloods are actually storing all the vitamins and minerals it needs to fire and to eliminate, so all our natural doctors that heal us every day are able to function. So active skincare needs no longer dwell in the realms and whims of mystical botanical extracts. It is a logical and systematic approach of knowledge-based and fundamental and profound communication on the cellular level. The result of this change is healthy, better quality, and consistently more beautiful for much longer. When our skin is actually absorbing the nutrition, you should see it in the tissue. It should be healthy and glowing. It's less reactive to internal and external stresses. Coming into summer, the communication, we need to make sure our antioxidants are increasing, and particularly ones that protect from blue light exposure if you're working on screens, but also the sun's out more, so our blood level of vitamin A is dropping. So I increase my oral vitamin A in the form of beef liver capsules, cod liver oil in summer, because my blood stores will be lower. And topically, I focus on more dense antioxidants and make sure I'm using tools and treatments to assimilate them and help them absorb. We talked about peptides in some of the last few weeks. Peptides, we know, actually support the communication of the antioxidants into the skin. So to try and recap, our skin communicates. Each cell communicates to the next cell, and the fuel to communicate is predominantly antioxidants, but vitamin A is the driver. To have beautiful skin, you want to be able to tolerate higher and higher international units of vitamin A, and you want to consider how much exposure to those vitamin A depleters you get per day: light, artificial light, pollutants. So these all deplete the skin. So we're always working kind of at a deficiency, because a lot of us don't start using this beautiful active skincare until we're a little bit older. So what we want to do is make sure, with the light coming out longer, that we're thinking about how much vitamin A am I absorbing, and making sure that we're actually enjoying creating those rituals to feed and give that skin the ability to communicate optimally, so you can undo abnormal damage. Okay, so hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Have a beautiful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.